Everyday chat and chart live during the New York session. Here, real traders share the raw truth, their mindset, technical analysis, and execution. This is where real traders show their skill set. Welcome to Tradin TV. This is your stage to shine.
Yes. Traders, it's WCK guys. Once again, I'm back here. It's a Tuesday. I'm back here with some technical analysis, some simple breakdown. Yeah, some little breakdown on the market. So yeah, a lot is going on and a lot is being expected to pop in this week, but we are going to discuss one by one. Yeah. So number one thing, of course, I want to welcome you guys for being with us on these live sessions, and let me hope many things keep on changing when it comes to your trading career, also your trading journey. Yeah. So of course, I'm WCK, and I've been trading with Fanning Pips for, I think, ever since they opened up. I've been trading with Fanning Pips. I've managed to secure some payouts. Of course, we always have ups and downs, and I've been going through all of that. And thank God I'm here. Yeah. So right now, as a Fanning Pip trader, I'm streaming with you on Tradin, and of course, I know majority of you now that Tradin is now a broker, and it's a trustable brokerage. If you can trust Fanning Pips, the management of Fanning Pips, then why not trusting Tradin? Because it's the same management, and you know what you always go through when it comes to trusting brokerages. Yeah. So coming on, what has brought me here today is to share with you some of technical analysis, make some analysis on some pairs, and possible premium levels, what we should be looking out, and what we should be thinking about when it comes to fundamentals, or when it comes to fundamental approaches, which is happening now in the market. So one thing now we can agree on is that the market lacks volume. It's like the market is waiting for something we don't know. The way, as WCK, the way I trade, for me, I believe the trend, the candles you are looking at right now, personally, I believe those candles, it's like a language the market speaks. It's like a market language, like when we are coming from different, for example, we come from different countries. I know most of you guys who are here, some are from Uganda, some are from Egypt, all different parts of the world. So sometimes we find ourselves speaking different languages, okay? But if I want to talk with someone who is from Egypt, of course, Arabic will help me, understanding Arabic. It will be easier for me to interpret whatever my colleague is being trying to communicate towards me. So that's the same when it comes to the markets. The markets can communicate with us, okay? So we have to learn on how to understand how this market communicates to us. And for me, I believe the market language, it's always the candles and the trend. So the rest, it's just an attachment. When I say attachment, something you just add on. But even if it's not there, you can still work without it. So the candles and the trend, it's the language, it's the language we have to look at, the language we have to understand, we are as traders. So for me, whenever I see the trend consolidating, that's an indication that something is going to happen. Maybe fundamentally, maybe surprises, maybe from tweets. Even if I didn't see, some speeches are not listed. Some speeches are not listed on Forex Factory. So as WCK, sometimes when I see the market consolidating, when I check my Forex Factory and I don't see anything, which can alert me that consolidation is why consolidation is taking place, I just go straight and check out some fund, news outlet or some media centers like Yahoo, Bloomberg, So I always go and check out and see, sometimes Fox News, sometimes CBS, to see whether we have a speech going on, be it from Trump or anyone else. So how do I know that? It's because I just look at the market, how it's consolidating, and I started generating questions why it is happening. Okay, so now after seeing consolidations, then also when it comes to the market language, we have the candles, So the candles can also speak to us, When you look at candles with almost zero volatility, candles which are very small, very tiny, candles with almost zero shadow, those candles can be communicating to you that something is going to happen. So those of you who follow me, those of you who follow WCK, you have been seeing that sometimes I post my trades. When Trump comes with a speech, I'm already in profits. Sometimes I didn't know that the speech is going to happen. I didn't know what Trump is going to say. All I did, I looked at these candles and understood what they are saying. So why am I trying to tell you this? Because this week it is important to have such knowledge and to have such information. Why? Look at Mandy. We had let's say this is XAU. You can see it is XAUSD. So this was, you can see since yesterday how the market is moving. You can see this bit of consolidations here. Even Friday we had some same things. Even Friday we had a lot of consolidations. So never in your life underestimate this. So as a trader, as a professional trader, and my job is to trade. My job is interpret whatever the market is saying to see how I can get some money from it. Now, this, someone who took time, personally I don't trade XAUSD, but if I was trade XAUSD, I guarantee you I would have been in this move, because this tells me exactly what's going to happen. When many people be like, I don't trade consolidations, I don't trade, you are not, most of you, when we say, or when we talk about trading, your brain just goes straight to execution. But also monitoring the trade and following up on the trade, that's also part of trading. You can monitor the trade the entire day, and you close up that day without having any entry. So what does that signal to you? That even monitoring, even following up closely to these markets, it's trading. So if I was to trade gold, I would have been in this move, if I was a gold trader, because this was good consolidation here, and it was good communications from the market. I could easily see where I would have found my entries. So even the same here. But why am I saying all of that? It's because the market talks to us. All you need is to interpret the consolidations, the candle sizes, the nature of the trend, be it bullish, bearish, or sideways, or what we call correction. All you have to do is to interpret it. So we are already having some communications from the markets. If you look at NASDAQ, the way NASDAQ looks, a lot of consolidations. Even if the sales are there, even if the moves are there, the markets are so slow. So markets being slow, it's low volatility, and that's due to low volume. So that indicates that something is going to happen. It can be a tweet, because what you look at as candles, trust me, those are not just candles, it's data, it's information from all parts of the world, transactions being made. So even if they are going to manipulate the market, let's say, as many people say, that the market is going to be manipulated, the market has already started moving. When Trump is going to make that tweet which is going to shake the markets, trust me, 15 minutes back or 30 minutes before that tweet, the market had already shown you signs why it's happening. And those signs are always within the consolidations you guys always avoid. So all your monitoring is, all you need is to see the big move happening, and then you'll be like, you know what, they are buying, maybe I should join them, which is wrong, you know. Yeah, so fundamentally, I expect something to happen this week. Okay, something so huge, something so big to happen this week, and the markets will be if we don't get all-time highs on Nasdaq. I know we have already tested all-time highs on German 40, but if we don't test all-time highs this week, whatever is going to happen might either drop Nasdaq like hell, or might pump it so strongly up, you know. So same to Bitcoin, it can either crash it or it's going to pump it, you know, so bullish. So all we have to do is to be keen, observe this market and understand it. So because we are having a lot of consolidations happening in the markets are so slow, I don't think we are going to do a lot today. I'm going to do for at least 20 to 30 minutes. I'm going to do some breakdown for you guys. And at exactly maybe 15:40, I'll be leaving here. That's Ugandan time. I'll be leaving here, and uh, let's see how we can learn something. So this is XAUSD. Let's start with some breakdown on XAUSD. Yeah, so this is XAUUSD, and this is the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so one thing we can all agree on, me and you, is that of course they have been somehow bullish. You know, they have been so bullish, and it's self-explanatory when you look at the trend, you know. So they have been bullish, and they are more likely to continue bullish, because if that candle closes like that, remember this is 4-hour time frame. If that candle closes like that in 1 hour and 45 minutes from now, that would have confirmed our strong bulls. But trust me, let's let's see what the market has for us. You know, that's just anticipating, but let's see what technical analysis says. So I'm a day trader. I've been explaining that every time I come here, guys. I do the trading, and I rarely go to daily time frame. I prefer is using 4-hour time frame, and most of my work is done on the 15-minute time frame, entry and exits. Yeah, so to have the bigger picture as a day trader, I always go to 4-hour time frame, but this is how I'm going to approach it. So of course, I will not undermine this candle here. Sorry, I will not undermine this candle. Okay, this candle gave us a good bullish what? Bearish signal. Even after giving us a strong bullish move, we had to see some sellers coming in on the 4-hour time frame. So meaning I'll mark its highest price. Yeah, even if this is the opening price when it comes to the bearish candle, but it's still the highest price of gold when it comes to this range. So that's 4-hour time frame. Okay, now we can also not underestimate this. Okay, the market reacted well at this point. Okay, and closing this candle, they have gave us a strong bullish what? A strong bullish move. So of course, I'll mark it. Okay, I'll mark it just like that as our lowest point. So of course, I know most of my work as a day trader is more likely to be covered just for one setup of some few pips. It can either be covered entirely within this short range, because remember I have to zoom in on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so yeah, so this is what we are targeting, but the question will be, I don't want to congest the 4-hour time frame so much. The question will be, in case the bulls go beyond this, what would be the target? Of course, they have outsmarted this. You know, I don't think they are so strong as they look to be. So we had candle 1 2 3, so the move started from this point. So going above that, I think gold will be targeting this point. That's on the 4-hour time frame. Going below this, so we had some good, you know, consoles here. Then maybe we can mark its lowest point. So that's enough for me on the forward time frame, because after all, I don't think as a day trader I'll be having to hold this trade entirely bullish or bearish for so long. Okay, so let me zoom in 15-minute time frame and we see what we have. So overall, these are all premium. Whatever you have marked on the forward time frame, that's premium levels. Okay, now what do we have here? So what we have here is the market has made a breakthrough strongly from these sellers here. Okay, so we can mark them, these strong sellers at this point. Okay, we can mark them at that point. Yeah, today's bias, guys, let's be patient. We are going to conclude. I'm just having a simple observation in this, and we see how we can conclude with this moment. Okay, so let's come back here. So I'm going to mark this point here, just a little zoom in from forward time frame. We had this point, strong breakthrough has happened. Okay, we can say this was the consolidation we had at this point. Okay, and this was the impulsive candle, this candle here, a bullish one. Okay, so meaning the one who came back to retest it, I'll mark this as my another strong bearish level. So this is a premium level. We marked this on the forward time frame. I can just put it a bit here on the bullish candle. Okay, yeah, so this was marked well. Let me do some little zoom in from this point. Just want to see if I can get this to be our overall. Maybe let me mark this also. Just want a recent one. So we had this retest at this point, but who made these sales? I think this point here. Okay, we are going to mark these sellers at this point. This is a premium level, marked it on the forward time frame, but we can do a simple adjustment to this level where strong sellers started from to give us these entire sellers, and also we can mark these other strong sellers here. Okay. Okay, let's now come back and see if we get our bias now. So this is the simple setup I have. If we happen to go bearish, my next level would be this, because this point here, it's where all the entirely buyers started from on XAUSD. Okay, so I'll mark them the lowest price of these buyers. So these just joined this, so meaning these are the initial buyers we have at this point. So now what's my approach? What I think. So now, at least we have now confirmed, that our levels have been purely marked. Our levels have been purely marked on XAUSD. Now the approach is like this. So we have 8 minutes to close this candle. Lucky enough, this candle is bearish. Okay, so I know most of the traders always, maybe according to their strategies, they happen if they get this retest, because we had this breakthrough at this point, they just tend to go bullish from this point. But trust me, for me, my approach is going to be simple. This is what I need to see so that I can go bullish or bearish. But for now, I can confirm that yes, the market is strongly bullish, both on 4-hour, it has been visible on 4-hour time frame, and it is also visible on the 15-minute time frame. Now, what am I going to do, or what am I going to wait for? So 7 minutes to close this candle. Once this candle is closed, what I would like to see is at least this candle to be followed with a bullish candle. Okay, that bullish candle which can close above this, So if this candle is strongly volatile, I always would prefer to take the closing price of the candle. Okay, but the market is a bit slow, low volume, low volume and volatility is low. So I would prefer to get a little bit of a big area to play in. So meaning I would prefer closing above this, okay, and if this candle closes in 7 minutes and it closes bearish, what I want to see is to get another bullish candle which can close above this price, and then I can follow, execute my buys above this point, TP1, TP2. Okay, so on gold, of course, I'll take TP1 and TP2. So for now, why, I know most of you will be asked, why uh, why can't we just re-enter from this point? So I can't re-enter from this point because as I told you guys that the market speaks to us. Seeing these strong sellers following the buyers, the market can entirely change from this point. You can be looking for buys and the market changes entirely. So you have to wait for confirmations, like what happened here. The market gave out a good breakthrough at this point. The market was strongly bullish, and the next sellers which followed, they sold. You can see how many people are here. So confirmation is the key. Whatever, when in any way, how you get confirmation is from your strategy. It's important you respect it. So same scenario which happened to this point. They made a good breakthrough from this range here, from these consoles. So after consolidating at this point, yeah, anyone will be like, you know what, closing above this would mean entirely we should go bullish. And also they closed with strong bulls. But guess what? After making this breakthrough here, they followed with a simple bearish candle, which was a signal that yes, sellers are taking interest into this asset. And some people never listened until sellers took off. So those who never listened are these people who tried to push the market from this point and trying to outplay these sellers. And trust me, they remained so strongly firm. So that's what I'm trying to inform you guys here, that as WCK, I wouldn't want to re-enter buys at this point. Why? The reason why, it's because I can't disrespect the available sellers at this point. Anything can happen with these sellers. What I want to see is at least more buyers who can follow, let's say, the next candle. If it's bullish and it closes above this, so closing above this, then that will give me a good signal to continue bullish. So I respect sellers and buyers in the markets. Whenever I see them, at least I need more confirmation. Yes, the market can be the position that it continue bullish, maybe at this point, maybe at this point here, okay, maybe at this point, or even maybe at this premium level here. But guess what? We don't have. I don't think I would. I would be someone with a stop loss. Let's say you execute your longs from this point, and your stop loss is at this point, and you take profit is that it's at this point. No, as a trader, you should always have an edge. Something you can play on. A simple window where you can use, which you can use to make money. Mostly day traders and scalpers. So yeah, what I want to see is simple. I know these here are sellers. Okay, all I want is to be followed by at least a bullish candle to close above the previous price of this candle, and that's all I'm waiting for. Yeah, so that's on XAU. That's on XAUSD. So I'll leave this setup here and we do some other setup. Yeah, so also I have closed my trades. I had trades on German 40, and trust me, German 40 is giving all signals to have changed the entire trend. So maybe we can do a little bit setup on German 40, but when you look at German 40, all this, as I've told you guys, that the trend is so important. when you look at the trend, the entire trend, it is communicating to us, something big is going to happen in these markets. And remember, this here is the previous highest what? Moment. It's the previous highest price. Moment, guys. First mute my phone. Yeah. So remember, this is the previous highest price. Sorry, this is the all-time high. These were just risk to reward ratios. So this is the highest, all-time highest price of German 40, and it is 25,922.3, the highest price of German 40. So remember, we are all playing at all-time highs. Look at 4-hour time frame. We are all playing within the all-time what? The all-time high. So I would like to trade, if I wanted to trade German 40, what would I be doing right now? So let's do some setup on German 40. Let's do some setup on German 40, and we might call it our day. Okay. So as we check on XAUSD, the setup we have just made, okay, in 1 minute from now, the candle will be closing. Okay. Now, so German 40, let me go forward. Just that me as WCK, sometimes with my experience, it's now 11 years of trading. Sometimes I don't even go to these are time frames to get a bigger picture. Sometimes 15 minutes is enough for me to do all the work, all the job I need. So now, this is what we have on German 40. So we are having, remember, it's the all-time high, but we have strong sellers at this point. They are trying to push German 40. Even if it's overall bullish, overall it's bullish, but they are trying to push them. They are trying to push these bulls, That's why maybe we are even facing such consolidation, but I can't say it's because of the all-time high, because most of the assets are also doing what? Are also consolidating. So yeah, I can't give that as the reason why we are having consolidation. So I think it's either technical problem, problem where buyers and sellers are just fighting technically, or something is happening in the markets. Maybe we retail traders, we don't have idea about. Now, so they have just retested this point. Sellers have just retested this point, and they have made a strong retest. So we can mark this. We can mark this as premium level. So in 30 minutes from now, this 4-hour candle will be closing. So closing in the 30 minutes from now would have made this premium level. But since this is already an ongoing candle or ongoing, current candle, it's moving, nothing's pushing it, we have to just respect the technical analysis. So also we have these buyers. Remember when German 40 faced strong bulls, when German 40 faced strong bulls here, okay, something happened. Most of the people started taking interest into this asset, and those are the buyers who joined them. It's like common knowledge. Think about it like Bitcoin. So right now Bitcoin is ranging within 63k. Okay, 63k. So people might be like, Bitcoin is dead. It's over for Bitcoin. People keep on saying that. But imagine when Bitcoin pumps to, let's say, 87k, then people will start taking interest into this asset, and they just join these buyers, whoever has bought Bitcoin. So same logic when it comes to these other assets. So German 40, it pumped from this point, even if all of these consolidations were happening and strong investors were losing interest into this asset, and they were like, let's wait and see what happens. Then boom, pump happened. So after this pump happening, then investors, of course, they started taking interest into this asset, and they added on to push it to its all-time high. And that's why it is even struggling to come back bullish, or giving us those strong retracements. So I'll also mark this. Okay, I will also mark this so as strong buyers. So of course, I'll not go into a lot of theory about it. We can go straight to 15 minutes time frame. So 15-minute time frame is going to be made simple. So of course, if I was trading as WCK, the same concept I've used on Bitcoin, sorry, on XAUSD, I'll use the same concept here. Okay, so the concept is going to be easy. How? So of course, the market was struggling to make a breakthrough from this point. Okay, at this point. So if we mark this, you can see that the market has been struggling. Let's mark this. So even making a breakthrough, closing below this wasn't enough for this asset to continue bearish. Okay, so what happened is a bit simple and understandable, that of course they went back bullish. So meaning this point here, this one here, would have been marked as a decisive candle, where we would have been waiting for the decisive candle of the impulsive candle. So meaning my markout would have been easy if I wasn't teaching you guys here. So this level, okay, and also I would have adjusted this to this level, lowest price of these strong buyers, and I would have targeted my TP1 to this point here. This one would be better as TP1, and this would be better as my TP2. Okay, because all of these are strong sellers. So maybe I would mark this as my TP3. Okay, so if they happen to continue bearish, the game is simple. Also, we use the same concept. We had strong buyers at this point. Okay, strong buyers at that point. I'll mark them as I have did. Also, we had a consolidation at this point. Okay, meaning this was the impulsive candle. So meaning I'll mark this as my lowest point. Okay, I'll mark this as my lowest point. And also, of course, this is marked on the 4-hour time frame. I wouldn't want to interrupt it, so I'll leave it as the decisive, so as the premium level. So what would I want? What would I expect to see here? So of course, as I told you, all I need is this candle. It has 9 minutes to close. All I need is this candle to close. If it closes bearish, of course, I can't confirm that we are bullish, because since they made a breakthrough from this point here, that was within the London session. So making a breakthrough from this point was a confirmation that German 40 overall is bearish. Okay, so meaning a lot can happen. They can give you bullish signals and the market continues to be bearish. Okay, moment. And the market continues to be bearish. So what I do is to confirm that yes, we are serious with buyers, or we are serious with buying. All I have to do is to be patient for this candle to close. Mostly I would prefer it to close bearish, to maybe to trap the buyers or the sellers. Then after them, then I will be maybe thinking about waiting for another bullish candle to go bearish. So all I do at this point is just observe, observe and see how this market behaves. Yeah. So guys, I think that was the simple breakdown I have for you for at least 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Yeah. So unless you guys have any questions on the assets, on the analysis we have made, do you have any questions for me? Any questions for me, guys? Okay. Yeah, so before I leave you guys, I remain WCK. You can check out on all my social handles, WCK Markets on YouTube, WCK Markets on X, also TikTok. I remain WCK. So I appreciate you guys for always being with us here and for showing up with us. Okay, yeah. So allow me to stop here, guys. Allow me to stop here. Allow me to stop here, guys. So it's WCK, guys. Have a good day, and inshallah I'll be here with you guys again on Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be with you guys on Tuesday. Yeah, have a good day. It's WCK.